Stop everything you're doing right now. What I'm going to tell you is a secret that the pharmacy shelf is hiding from you. You take vitamin D thinking you're doing everything right, but you could be throwing your strength and your money away. In the next 9 minutes, I'm going to reveal a combination of 2 secret vitamins that, together, are far more powerful than vitamin D alone in rebuilding your muscle strength and bones. Stay with me and you will discover how to regain your footing and the confidence to live without depending on anyone. If you kept watching, it's because you felt the truth in those first words. It's because deep down, you know that this stubborn weakness isn't your final destination. And I tell you, you're absolutely right. Now, pay close attention. Let's debunk one of the biggest and most dangerous myths about senior health together. Your doctor, the TV show, the magazine in the waiting room, they all, with the best of intentions, repeat the same thing, like a sacred mantra. Take vitamin D. It's the sunshine vitamin, essential for your bones. And what do? You, a responsible person who takes care of yourself, follow the recommendations to the letter. You buy the capsules, the drops. Every single day, without fail, you take your dose, believing you're building a strong bone base, protecting yourself from falls and fragility. And I'm here to tell you, dramatic 2-second pause, that you're being fooled by a half-truth. And a half-truth, my friend, is many times more dangerous than a complete lie. The truth no one has the courage to say out loud is this: vitamin D alone is like a lottery ticket that never wins. It's a key that doesn't open any doors. It's an empty promise that gives you a false sense of security, while the real problem continues to grow silently. Think of it this way. Imagine someone sold you a Ferrari. Beautiful, red, powerful. The car of your dreams. Vitamin D is that Ferrari. It represents your potential strength, your body's capacity for robustness. But then you get in the car, sit in the leather seat, turn the key in the ignition and sound of key trying to start a car, but the engine fails. Nothing. The engine doesn't start. You try again. Silence. That frustration, that incredible car sitting in the garage, useless. That's the feeling of weakness you get when you try to get up too quickly. It's the struggle to carry the groceries. The Ferrari is there, but you still have to walk tired, dragging yourself along. Why? Because they sold you the luxury car, but forgot to give you 2 absolutely crucial things. And this is where the secret begins to be revealed. The first thing missing was the key to start the engine, and the additive gasoline to make it run. In our bodies, this is a mineral so powerful, so fundamental, that I call it the spark of life. It participates in over 300 biochemical reactions. Think about it. Every contraction of your muscles, from blinking your eyes to lifting a weight, depends on it. Every beat of your heart, every pulse of energy in your cells. Everything begins with this spark. And now, the shock. A recent study from the University of São Paulo has triggered a national red alert. More than 70% of people over 60 in Brazil have a chronic deficiency of this mineral. And the symptoms? That terrible cramp in your calf that wakes you with unbearable pain in the middle of the night. An eyelid that twitches beyond your control. A profound tiredness. A fatigue that not even 10 hours of sleep can cure. This weakness isn't age. It's a lack of fuel in your engine. But having gas doesn't do any good if the driver is blind and doesn't know where to go, right? And that's where the second secret comes in. The most shocking, the most dangerous of all. The second forgotten hero in this story is your body's smart GPS. See, vitamin D does its job. It takes calcium from your food and helps absorb it into your bloodstream. Great. But after that, its mission is over. It leaves the calcium there in the middle of your blood, lost, aimless. And lost calcium, my friend, is dangerous calcium. It's this second secret vitamin which few know about that acts like a construction foreman or a traffic controller. It takes each calcium molecule by the hand and gives the order. Your place is here, in the bones, to make them hard as concrete. And you, come to the teeth to keep them strong. It directs the calcium to the right place. But what happens when she's not there to give the orders? What happens to that army of lost calcium in your blood? It builds up where it shouldn't. It slowly begins to deposit itself on the walls of your arteries, cementing and hardening what should be soft and flexible. It builds up on your heart valves and kidneys, turning your blood vessels into lead pipes. It's a silent, invisible, and deadly process that's happening right now in thousands of people who think they're taking care of themselves by simply taking vitamin D. Do you understand the gravity of this? We're not just talking about feeling weak. We're talking about a real danger that the pharmaceutical industry and many professionals, due to a lack of awareness, simply ignore. But today, that story changes for you. This lack of information ends here and now. Are you ready to discover the names of these two saviors? The name of the mineral that is the spark of life, and the name of the vitamin that is the smart GPS of calcium? In the next part of this video, I won't just give you names. I'll show you the most powerful sources you can find at your local supermarket. I'll give you a breakfast recipe that starts recharging your energy and cleansing your body immediately. Don't leave. Your journey to regaining true strength and confidence begins in seconds. The answer you've been waiting for is here. The knowledge to turn this game around is about to be yours. No more half-truths. No more feeling weak and vulnerable. Let's turn on the lights and reveal the names of your two greatest allies, the heroes forgotten by the mainstream media. The first, that mineral that is the spark of life, the ignition key for your body's engine. It's called magnesium. Remember that name. Respect that name. Magnesium is the conductor of your body's orchestra. It's the general manager who ensures energy is produced and delivered where it's needed. Remember that feeling of fatigue that won't go away? The heavy legs when climbing stairs? That's your body screaming for magnesium. It's your Ferrari's engine failing due to a lack of quality fuel. And I'm not the one saying this. Science is shouting it from the rooftops. A brand new study published in 2023 in the prestigious Journal of Gerontology, a scientific journal focused on healthy aging, was categorical. They analyzed thousands of elderly people, and the conclusion was crystal clear. Those with the highest levels of magnesium in their bodies not only had demonstrably stronger muscles, but also had greater grip strength. You know, the strength needed to open a jar or hold onto a handrail. And most importantly, a significantly higher walking speed. Walking faster and more firmly. Isn't that exactly what freedom and independence mean? Okay, I get it. But how do I get this now? You might be asking yourself. And it's easier than you think. No magic formulas needed. The power is in your kitchen. Tomorrow morning I want you to make a pact with your health. Prepare a winning breakfast. Warm oatmeal. Oats are already a good source, but here's the secret: slice a banana on top. Bananas are incredibly rich in this mineral. And to finish, the masterstroke. Sprinkle a handful of pumpkin seeds on top. These seeds are simply one of the most concentrated natural sources of magnesium on the planet. Each spoonful of this simple and delicious dish is a dose of pure cellular energy. It's you consciously fueling your engine for the whole day. Wonderful. Engine fueled. But what about the GPS and the construction foreman who will take the calcium and cement your bones, preventing it from wreaking havoc on your arteries? The name of the second hero, the vitamin that most supplements ignore, is vitamin K2. And pay attention. Its last name is important, MK7. This is the form your body uses most efficiently. This is incredibly clever. Vitamin K1, found in kale and spinach, is important for blood clotting. But K2 is the architect of your bones. It activates a protein called osteocalcin, which acts like a magnet, pulling calcium from the blood into the bone matrix. The Japanese, especially on the island of Okinawa, one of the places with the most centenarians in the world, have known this for centuries. Their traditional diet is rich in fermented foods like natto, which is a natural source of vitamin K2. Is it a coincidence that they have strong bones well into old age? Modern science says no. Without K2, all that calcium that vitamin D helped absorb is left adrift, like a rudderless ship, ready to crash into the first port of call, which could be the wall of your coronary artery. K2 is your insurance policy for a healthy heart and strong bones. And where can you find this wonder? Let me give you a suggestion for your dinner tonight. Simple, cheap, and powerful. Cook 1 or 2 eggs, but with one crucial detail. Leave the yolk runny. Egg yolks are one of the best and most accessible sources of vitamin K2 available. Pair this with some steamed broccoli drizzled with olive oil. There you have it. In a single dish, you have GPS, K2, fiber, and compounds that help your body function better. It's the perfect combination of nature's wisdom. Amazing, isn't it? Magnesium and vitamin K2, ignition and GPS. Now you have the knowledge that 90% of people ignore. You're no longer part of the masses who just follow what they hear. You now understand why. The power is back in your hands. And speaking of power, the power of our community is immense. I want to know where you're getting this life-changing information from. Please do this for me, for our community. Comment your city below. I want to see the strength of our movement spread from north to south in Brazil. From Manaus to Porto Alegre, let's work together to build a country of stronger, more independent seniors. But now that you have the heroes in hand, I need to give you one last crucial warning. There are villains, toxic traps in your daily life, created to sabotage all this effort, and the first of them could be in your breakfast tomorrow. Keep watching to find out what you need to eliminate urgently. But be careful. There's no point knowing this if you fall into these 3 traps that can destroy all your efforts. Sugar and white bread. They are magnesium vampires. Every time you eat a French roll or add sugar to your coffee, your body uses up its precious magnesium reserves to process it. You're literally eating your own strength. If you're going to take a supplement, avoid magnesium oxide. It's the cheapest and most sold, but your body barely absorbs it. It's money down the drain. Always look for magnesium dimolate, glycine, or citrate. Anecdote. I saved Mr. Antonio, 81, from this trap. 2 weeks of changing the supplement, his cramps disappeared. That little A to Z jar? It usually has a tiny, low-quality dose of magnesium and almost never has vitamin K2 in the correct form, MK7. They're just a list. They don't solve the problem. And it's not your fault the industry sells you false security. In all honesty, which of these 3 traps have you made the most? Comment below bread, supplement, or multi. Let's help each other. So let's recap. True strength for those over 60 doesn't come from vitamin D alone. It comes from the smart combination. Magnesium to give your muscles energy, and vitamin K2 to put calcium in the right place. Now you have the map to the mine. Subscribe to the channel now and activate the bell. Thanks for watching this far.